Welcome to True Crime Chronicles. I'm Jessica Bell, and today we're delving into one of America's most notorious serial killers, Ted Bundy.
He looked like the boy next door, but behind the charm was a monster. Ted Bundy didn't just kill, he manipulated, deceived, and evaded capture like no other.
In the 70s, young women across the United States began vanishing without a trace. Behind these disappearances was a handsome, charismatic law student who would later confess to murdering at least 30 women across 7 states. Theodore Robert Bundy used his looks and charm to lure unsuspecting victims, often pretending to be injured or in need of assistance. What made Bundy particularly terrifying was his ability to blend into society seamlessly. Imagine shaking hands with a man at a political fundraiser, studying beside him in law school, or even working with him to prevent crime, only to later discover he was a serial killer. Bundy worked for the Seattle Crime Prevention Unit, was active in Republican politics, and even attended law school. This carefully crafted facade allowed him to move through life undetected while carrying out his heinous crimes. His killing spree began in Washington state in 1974, where young college women started disappearing at an alarming rate. Bundy's signature approach involved feigning injury or disability, often wearing a fake cast or using crutches to appear harmless and in need of help. Once he gained his victims' trust, he would lead them to his infamous Volkswagen Beetle, where he had removed the passenger seat to better conceal his victims. After his initial capture in Utah in 1970, Bundy managed 2 dramatic escapes from custody. His first escape came in June 1977 in Colorado, where he jumped from a courthouse library window. He was recaptured after 6 days. His second and more infamous escape occurred in December 1977 from the Garfield County Jail, allowing him to travel unnoticed to Florida, leading to his final reign of terror. The beginning of the end came on January 15, 1978, when Bundy broke into the Chi Omega sorority house at Florida State University, attacking 4 women and killing 2. His final victim was 12-year-old Kimberly Leach, whose murder would ultimately lead to his capture and conviction. Bundy's trial in Florida marked the first nationally televised court case in American history. Always hungry for attention, he chose to represent himself, turning the courtroom into his personal stage, smiling for cameras, arguing with the judge, and even proposing to his girlfriend, Carol Ann Boone, in court. But despite his confidence and theatrics, he was found guilty and sentenced to death. On January 24, 1989, Ted Bundy was executed by electric chair at Florida State Prison.
Ted Bundy may be gone, but his story serves as a dark reminder that sometimes the most dangerous predators wear a mask of normalcy.
This has been True Crime Chronicles. I'm Jessica Bell, reminding you to stay safe and vigilant. Join us next week for another deep dive into true crime history. Until then, remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones hiding in plain sight.